arguments, a lot of drama, but ended up working out. She's happy.
The thing is, it's like nobody saw this coming, right? So you can't blame her.
But especially me in like the middle of North Carolina in a small town. I had like horrible acne. I'm especially back then, really awkward. It's like no one, like people would have bet $1 million that I wouldn't be a YouTuber. You know, it makes no sense. But I just I have, hyper obsession and I love this. And, you give it enough time, anyone can solve it.
Well, there's a lesson in that for people, really. Like if you do have a hyper obsession to something, there's a lot of people that think that because they're bad at school or because they're not interested in school, that they're destined to be a loser.
Yeah.
And that's not true. The problem is school is too rigid. Like regular public school system, sit down, underpaid teacher, disinterested, not really connected with the work. You're not connected with it. You just can't wait to go home and do what you like to do.
Exactly.
And you get this thought in your head like, oh my God, I'm going to be a loser. I mean, that's how I was when I was in high school. I thought I was going to be a loser.
Well, and you take it a step further because I thought, especially if you're like extremely passionate about something at a young age, where most kids aren't, then it's more exacerbated that it's like, I didn't talk to anyone. I hardly had any friends because I was so obsessed with YouTube. As back then, just no one cared. So it's like I thought I was just just didn't even know how to speak. Like literally, I just couldn't hold a conversation with a single person because people would just tell me all you talk about is YouTube, and I would try to talk about something else. But back then, I was so hyper obsessed, I literally just didn't know how to.
But what were you obsessed about? Were you obsessed about other channels, your channel?
Everything from learning how to editing, the pacing of the videos, like ideas, what's going viral, what's trending, what's hot. Especially back then, I had no idea what worked. I mean, I had to self-teach myself everything, even frame rate on cameras, coloring of the video, just stuff like that.
And how did you learn? Did you learn from YouTube?
Yeah, well,
so like YouTube videos and tutorials or something?
Most of my growth came actually after I graduated high school. Basically what I did was I somehow found these other 4 lunatics. 3 of us were college dropouts, one was a high school dropout, and one, I don't know, he just quit his job. We were all super small YouTubers, and we basically talked every day for 1,000 days in a row and did nothing but just hyper study what makes a good video, what makes a good thumbnail, what's good pacing, how to go viral. And we just call it daily masterminds. We would just get on Skype every morning, and some days I'd get on Skype at 7 a.m. and I'd be in the call until 10 p.m. and then I'd go to bed, I'd wake up and I'd do it again. And we'd do things like just take 1,000 thumbnails and see if there's a correlation to the brightness of the thumbnail to how many views it got, or videos that get over 10 million views is how often do they cut the camera angles, or things like that.
Really? So you microanalyzed
everything.
Really?
Yeah, just for we were very religious about it, and so that's where most of my knowledge came from. Is I just surround myself with these lunatics, and just every day we didn't do anything.